It's your girl Ro in the building, and I'm here to welcome you to my YouTube channel. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about bad apples and food coloring. So a lot of people have asked me, how do I achieve my apples so nice, vibrant, bubble free, and how do I achieve all these different colors? Well, over the period of time and years, I have mastered the skill of candy apples, how I work by mastering my technique, recipe, and the brand of product that I use to achieve all these many colors, these different shades. I have tried many recipes, and I also created my own to help master the skill of candy apples and to achieve all these different vibrant colors that you see here. Now, a lot of people ask me, what brand of food coloring do I use or do I like to use? And to answer your question, it's Chef Masters. Now, I have used many colors and many brands, and my favorite is Chef Masters, and they come in different range of sizes and also different range of sets, as you see here. They have color sets A, B, and C. And to enhance the color when making candy apples, you need to use a liquid gel white. They also have an airbrush coloring that you can use for your candy apples, but it's a water-based color. And this I use to achieve these green apples and also these blue apples. Now, they do have a candy color, but it's for chocolate. So let's get into the apples. Now, I love to use Granny Smith apples. Those are my preference. Now, you can use other apples that you see in the market, like Gala apples. You can also use the Honey Crisp apples. But any apples that you choose to use, when making candy apples, you want to remove the wax from your apples. Now, in the stores, you see them nice and shiny, but they have a protective coating to keep the shelf life for those apples. Now, my cleaning process is simple. I do the boiling method, and I only boil the apples for 6 to 10 seconds, no longer than that. Now, when I'm doing the cleaning process, I like to use 3 apples to a pot to watch them closely so they don't stay in there longer than they should. And during the process, after you have took them out, dried them, you're going to let them sit for 48 hours, and they're going to go through this process where you see these little wet pebbles. You need to wipe them off before you dip your apples. Now, what is bad apples? The bad apples, once you get done with that cleaning process and you wonder, what to do next? Well, let me show you. Your apples should only sit for no longer than 2 weeks. If you let them sit longer than 2 weeks, this is what happens, okay? Here I have let these apples sit for 3.5 weeks, all right? And the reason why I'm really doing this video is because I have had people come to me and say, I dip my apples after I let them sit for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and I'm like, the apples are bad. And people say, no, they're not. They are bad. So check this out. Now, I'm flipping these apples over and I'm showing you. When the apples sit for a long period of time, they begin to rotten and they begin to get old. So that's why I said no longer than 2 weeks that they sit out with the wax removed. Now, look closely. At the bottom of these apples, and I have mentioned this in my video, once it's sitting on the surface, it gets like a pressure point. Well, they also create a mold at the bottom and at the top of the apple. Now, I'll flip these apples over, but I want you to look closely. The skin has weakened and it has created a mold. I let these apples sit for 3.5 weeks. And here, this apple skin is weak. As soon as I picked it up, the skin is just peeling. But look how bad it is. This is why I say Dip your apples as soon as you have completed that cleaning process, or if you have a large order, they shouldn't sit out no longer than 2 weeks. All right. And if you let them sit for 2 weeks, that's pushing it. But I did my research and let them sit for 2 weeks and they were still fine. I cut into it. But anything after 2 weeks, 3 weeks is bad. Look what happens. The apple begins to weaken. The skin begins to peel and it gets soft and creates a mold. Look at I call them pressure points, because when they're sitting on the surface, they create these pressure points because it's been sitting on the surface for so long and begin to break down. Then at the top of the apple, as you see, I'm getting ready to take my apple stick and just go around this top of this apple and show you how weak it is. It's strong to pierce, but it's still weak on the skin. And as you see, this is just really, really bad. I know this is an eyesore, but this is facts and this is true. So I wanted to share with you because a lot of people make candy apples and a lot of people say different things about, oh, mine's is good. I don't see how, because I've done this for many years, and this is what happens after you let your apples sit out too long. So the pressure points, I call them the pressure points because they sit on this surface and look what happens. See how I'm just taking the stick and just rubbing it back and forth. Look how easy that was just to peel the skin off of there. And here, the top, oh, is really bad. And this is a mold. It's turned black and it's no good. So for those that say they dip their apples after 3 weeks, you're dipping bad apples. That is not good for whoever it is you're serving to. It's really bad. So I'm getting ready to cut into this apple. And some people say, oh, it's still fresh inside. Let me show you what you think is fresh is not fresh. And you should be able to tell the difference. So I'm breaking this off easily. And look, this is a rotten apple. Just because it seems like it has a crisp to it, look at the texture of the apple. It is bad. This is not to be dipped. Now, looking at this apple right in the center of the core, people think this is fresh. It is not fresh. It's going bad. It's going bad. So when you dip these apples into a hot candy mixture and someone bites into them, they can tell that it's bad. And if someone bites into it and they just really can't tell, then, oh my God. They don't know what they bite. They don't know what they get into or biting into. But I'm here to tell you, anything after 2 weeks, I wouldn't consider dipping them because you're risking your apple being served badly. All right. So I wanted to share this video with you guys, do this video for you guys to show you how these apples actually turn out after they have set out for longer than 2 weeks. So it's important to do the cleaning process. If you want to learn how to do the cleaning process, click the link right up above here and you will go right to my video. And also it's important to know the product, what you're using, how you're using, and just master the skill. It's simple, it's easy. If you love making candy apples, know your product. Now, all this that you see here is trash. Nothing but trash. All right. So if you have enjoyed this video and it was informative to you, leave a comment in the comment section below. If you want to see me do a video on the food coloring in the different shades, leave a comment in the comment section below letting me know you want to see a video and I'll create it for you. But until then, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. and click that notification bell to be notified every time I upload a video. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.